Okay, so we're going to talk about it because I want to talk about it. There's just this nagging, annoying thoughts that just keep running through my mind, and it's irritating the shit out of my brain. So I just want to take some time out to confront it. So that's what we're going to do. Because, god damn it, I can't take it anymore. I don't even understand why these thoughts. So, um, I find myself coming across a thought, an idea. Now, we have thousands of thoughts a day, you know, individuals who practice, more and keep up more with their maintenance, with their mental health. It's not, it's not that bad, you know. Um, but besides that, it's just the idea of the playboy, right? So I'm going to get really honest because, and I don't know if this is for other people, but I would think anybody who practices discipline but is true to themselves and authentic will understand, because there is a difference in what you're feeling and what you're thinking versus what you will do in a certain situation. My thing is that I'll sit here and I'll say that I prefer a man who hangs around more women anyway. And that is honestly true, right? But sometimes you meet individuals that challenge you. And so what you feel with one person, you may not feel with another. So with one guy, I'm just like, oh, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I absolutely have no problem. That is me. Then I will meet somebody to where it's just like the thought, the thought, just the thought, you know, of him being around another woman now triggers me, and my mind begins to wander. What if he likes her? What if he realized that he's in love with her? What is going to happen? This is that. So once the trigger goes off, immediately I feel I need to possess this person. Now I'm wanting some type of control because I am uncomfortable with how I feel. Notice how I said that. I am uncomfortable with how I feel. It's not about what he's making me feel. If it is intentional, I'm going to pick up on it. It's going to make me sick to my stomach. It's going to be very disappointing, right? So, if it's not that and it's innocent and I am the one with the problem, then it is my problem. Now, I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to address it. I'm just going to flow along and observe what I can observe. But you know the truth of how I would feel and I mean, what I would be thinking. So, I mean, how I simplify things, my thing is to be unconditional, because in being unconditional, I can be the best person in any situation that I can be. Because when you're unconditional, you allow people to be free. You have this understanding, you have this acceptance of what is, So it's a challenge because I will meet someone and immediately it's there. I'm that person. But then I'll meet somebody else and it's just like, I'm so terrified of this person. I'm so terrified of falling for this person, loving this person. I put on conditions. I want to put on those conditions because I want some type of control. With me putting on conditions, it kind of forces an individual to, if they want to, if they really like me, to pay attention to me more. You know what I'm saying? So now the scales are tipping a little bit here. I'm leaning more so towards their attention instead of thinking about how I can, build with them. The foundation of friendship based off of respect. All of that goes out of the window with some guys. I'm not going to say these are the guys that I really like, but these are the guys that I feel like it's just like, oh, I really like this person. This is somebody who's giving me a feeling that I have never felt before. And it's challenging me. It's challenging me with myself. Now, if I feel like it's being done on purpose, if he's psychologically abusing me, I'm going to walk the fuck away. Everything is just going to detach. It's like everything is just going to get cut. I won't even have any control over it. So it's like 1 minute I'm just smitten and head over heels, but then it's just like, if you're on some other shit like playing games, it gets cut. And it's like once it gets cut, it's hard to get the string back, you know. So that's easy for me to accept. I don't give a fuck about rejection. You know what I'm saying? I do not want to waste my time with anybody, if the feeling is not mutual, if the desire is not mutual, you know. So, when it comes to someone to where, I'm feeling things that I haven't felt before, it throws me out of the loop. It's so unexpected, especially because in between time before meeting them, I was getting practice with other people. Now here you come, and you're coming like this, and you're coming different, and I'm just out of whack. You know how it is. You start wanting to do things that you said you wouldn't do. You ready to open yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Ready to move fast. it gets, because it gets scary, because I know me. I know what I'm capable of. And in the past, certain decisions, it was not favorable. And it was not favorable for many reasons and many accords, especially when it comes to me, my future, and what I want for my life. I feel like I can't, for a long time, I'm going to say, I felt like I couldn't really think about what I wanted, because one thing that I knew that I wanted to be with somebody. So in being with somebody, I felt blocked, because I'm just like, well, I have to think about what they want too, so I can create what I want around them. And I've had some practice with that, and I'm just like, wow, I'm just so tired. Like, what do I want? You know, and then it's like, the moment that, because I have been in a rut. I have been in a rut for a while, and I have to admit that, in so many ways, like, I've let myself go. It's like my body wears this sadness of this void that I feel deep down inside. And of course, I know why I feel it. And sometimes, I feel like I need to. So, now the thing is that with that void, even with that, that's why it's a void, because it keeps getting pushed down, because my thing is that I may have this void, but I'm not going to be desperate. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to be not smart. I'm not going to not know my worth, know my value, and the things in which that I've been through, I have built on myself a great deal. And I take pride in that, because I've put a lot of work in, but I do have and deal with certain insecurities around, I've been depressed. I've been sad from a lot of the things that people have been doing to me. I have been connecting, but they come and they go, And it's just like, once you're gone, you're gone. Then there are seasons to where they come back. And life just feels like it's just I'm just in one big ass circus. And I'm just going in circles, trying to find my way out of this motherfucker. And that shit is true. But I stay patient. I stay faithful. That's why it's exciting, when you meet somebody new and they give you this feeling that you've never felt before. It's as if you're reborn. You feel excited about some shit, But I don't know. I'm just too much of myself. I'm too much of myself. I have confidence. Yes, I have confidence in me. I have confidence in what I control. And the one thing that I control is me. So when it comes to another person, it's just, even if I'm crazy about them, there's a part of me that's still like non-trusting. You see, it's so touchy with me. I'm so sensitive. With everything that I feel, there's a fucking thought. So, now I'm creating a whole bunch of anxiety. So my thing is that if I get that feeling in the beginning, then I'm just gonna make the decision that this is not it. You know, I tell myself it has to be a sure thing to be a thing. But then you meet those great people that just kind of come in and out. And as much as you enjoy them, I mean, they're not really somebody that you want around all the time. But when you meet somebody that gives you that different feeling, that's what I'm saying. Everything changes. Ooh, now you want this person around all the time. But in wanting them around all the time, that's when shit starts to get toxic. You think about them all the time. Oh God, that is the worst. That is the worst, because it just goes, the person plays out all day in my mind, all fucking day. And then at the end of the night, I'm just like, what did I get done today? Absolutely nothing. It absolutely consumes me. That's scary. It's like not even being in control of my own mind, because I'm so focused. I'm in such a trance, so obsessed and infatuated. Whew. That feels a lot better. It was just poking, and it was just making my brain feel uncomfortable and awkward. So when we talk about the player, yes, I do, I like a man that has more female friends than he has men, but I mean, I feel like he's looking for something. He's looking for something, and he's very picky, and it's like he just can't find it. Women are so easy to him. He's probably charming. He's probably an intense lover, exciting. So, I mean, I don't like to be an avoidant, but I like my space to be able to think about some shit. I like my space to be able to think, because I don't just go off of what I feel. Yes, I may feel something may speak to me, but there are times to where, I have to make sure I'm clear. So I have to check myself first. I got to check in first. And I'm going to check you out. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know why this shit came up in my mind. But I felt it burning me. I felt it burning up my head. And I'm just like, I absolutely don't like the thought of it. And then, I was watching a TV show, and it was a threesome that popped up, and I just got triggered. I was just like, oh, I can't even think about, I can't even think about them in that way. But then there's a part of me that wants to open up in that way. You see what I'm saying? So in between how I feel and what I think, what I'm given on the surface is going with the flow. It's always brooding. It's always brooding. At times it's still. But I find more stillness when I'm not dealing with anyone, when I'm just at peace with myself. I have been loving on myself and practicing this for years. I am in a relationship with myself. So, I mean, I think of, I need to treat someone as how I treat myself, or how I would want them to treat me in a situation. Because who we desire is who we are meant to be. So the thing is that I can't always put that or ask that of my partner, my ideals. It's my ideals, so I'm going to become that. And however you respond to that is, how you respond to it. But, my ideal self is I mean, I've been manifesting it for years now. It's pretty much communication. You know, and then when it comes to relationships, you have to know a woman. Not all women are the same. Not all of us feel the same. It's not just women. It's about connection. Some women are very physical. Some women, so they orgasm. Then you have some women to where they're very mental. A lot of women are actually more mental. So it's like, you got to kind of stimulate and cater to their mind. If that's kind of like the key to this, sex. It actually skips the heart. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the mind is the gold, but the value is in the heart. But I mean, so you may have a woman to where it's about how she feels. You have to cater to her feelings. You have to always make her feel good. A woman who's a little more mental is like, you got to talk. She wants to feel safe. She wants the truth. The truth is relaxing and stimulating. It's freeing. You tell me the truth. I mean, it is what it is. If I don't like it, well, there's nothing that I can do about it. If there is something that I can do about it, then I will. But if not, I'm not going to force it. If I have to let go, then I have to let go. It's like if you like somebody and they don't like you back, well, or, you may want something more than a friendship, but all they want is a friendship. You have to let that go. If you want more, but somebody doesn't want it, let it go. And, that doesn't mean walk off, run off, and find somebody to replace that person. Just let it go. And you'll say shit like that is easier said than done, because I know it can come off triggered like a rejection. Nobody likes rejection, even though rejection is protection. My thing is that it's not just, I say let go, but in letting go, it's a process. Pull yourself, back together, because sometimes when we really like someone, we want to give so much to them. We want to give them so much attention. We think about them. We're giving them good mental energy. We feel, those thoughts are creating feelings. So we're feeling for them. So now we're giving them the heart energy. Goodness gracious, we're giving them so much of us. So once you have the truth, it's kind of like you have to think, well, God, I'm giving so much, and obviously it's not what they want, or it's not enough. That hurts my feelings, but that's okay, because at least this person didn't string me along and have me thinking, that they like me when they really don't, just because they don't want to hurt my feelings. That shit is embarrassing. It's humiliating. I feel like the truth is never easy to tell or to bear, but I mean, you got to find the good in it, because motherfucker, please don't waste my goddamn time. Like, I'm a big girl. Don't waste my time, because they sure be trying to waste my time. That's the one thing they be trying to do. They be trying to love bomb the fuck. And my thing is that, well, I love romance. So even though when I know that they love bombing me, who the fuck cares? I want to feel it. I know what the truth is, even though they think they about to sit up here and play me. Fuck it. I'm not receiving anything from anywhere else. It's like, love what loves you. Even though motherfuckers come to love bomb me because they're up to some shit. But I'm saying there are people that come to me that I connect to who actually, really love me. You're always going to have people who dislike you and people who like you, people who love you. So, you definitely want to focus on the lovers. You want to focus on those who love you, who appreciate you. Sometimes those be the ones that we overlook. Well, you just haven't been dragged enough. You just haven't been underappreciated enough. You just haven't, you know what I'm saying? You just haven't had enough yet. If you have not learned to appreciate what loves you, what supports you, what is there for you, if you haven't seen it. So anyway, whew. Yes. I don't want to be toxic. I'm going to be me, but I don't want to be someone, I don't want to be jealous, because I don't want to be someone to where people, they don't want to be around because of my jealousy. Like, I'm untrustworthy. I make a problem out of everything. You know what I'm saying? I become unreasonable because I've been in a relationship with guys to where, in the beginning, I'm just like, I'm not secure. I feel so insecure because I don't know what we are. I don't know how he feels. It's the second date. He should know. I know that's unreasonable. But I mean, back then, that's what I'm thinking. And I mean, that is me. So I'm still that. I just don't act or, I move off of that. I just be suffering in silence. But I mean, that's true. It's just like, what the fuck are we? Like, I mean, do you like me? Are you dating other women? And this is that. And sometimes you'll get with guys, and it's like, well, I'm a grown man. I don't have to tell you my business. This is that. Like, oh, goodbye. Goodbye. And they try to make you feel and think like you're crazy or you're being unreasonable. I'm just asking a question. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like you're just here for friendship. If you could get up in these guts, you would try to get up in these guts. If I take time out to give you attention, to notice you, obviously I'm feeling you. So, I want you to be up in these guts. But the thing is that, well, I mean, what's up? How sexually active are you? You know? I'm trying to be nice. I don't play that shit. I don't want to be too upfront, honest and personal. And then motherfucker, oh, you're aggressive. Like, I mean, what? I like to talk. I like to communicate. It's one of my love languages. You know. Then I'm intrigued by other people's thinking patterns. Of course, I want to study your mind. Either it's going to be either two ways. Either you're going to be unpredictable, so I'm just going to have to go off of whatever I see from him, or you're going to be someone to where you're not paying attention, that I'm paying attention to you. So I'm going to be able to read you like a book. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's better for me to know who somebody is. I think that makes life a little easier for not just me, but that person as well. If I go to the store, I don't always want to ask you what you want. I would like to know what you want. If somebody asks me what your favorite color is, I would want to be able to tell them that. There's a lot of things that I want to know. I'm a very curious cat. So in a way, I will admit, I get offended when an individual, is being guarded. Like, you can't be asking me those questions. The fuck do you mean? Full of shit. Off with his head. I'm done here. Yeah. So, goodness gracious. But yeah, God forbid, I don't even want to talk about that. That's a whole other subject. I'm good. So I'm about to wrap it up here. Until the next time, we'll talk again.